Well, folks, here she is. Welcome back. So we all remember good old Lucy here from our last video. She went out on a movie rental for insurance company of all things. Can't divulge much more than that right now. And I got it back really messed up. Yeah, way more messed up than I thought. And we've already rectified the situation. Everything's cool. It worked out in the long run, but it's a bummer. Because now, I gotta fix it. Because I can't let this one go. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this one from the boss, and she's not gonna be too happy with me spending a bunch of time on this, but I think it needs to happen. So, our old 666, just needing some work. Let's do a quick walk around, check out what happened. Alright, so from this side, it doesn't look too bad. Bent roof, bent rollover protection, which is a real bummer because once that gets bent, it's kind of done. Hopefully, when I unbolt everything, it'll come back out and we'll be able to run a straight edge across it and verify that it's still okay. In the chute, it was supposed to be set on its side, and instead they yard sailed it. More to come. As you can tell, and they're moving it around the yard, they did a number on the oil pan. Oh yeah, and look, there's water coming out of it. Isn't that nifty? Wonder why that could be. Well, you see, the stack is untouched. Fortunately, they were smart enough to take the stack off before they yard sailed it. So the downside is they left the stack off, and then we got 4 inches of rain, which is kind of unheard of here in SoCal. So it filled the engine with water. And that's what I got. So that was a bummer. Steering links got some little tweaks in them now, but that can be fixed. Nothing that I'm too worried about there. But if anybody can tell me exactly how this happened without me explaining it, I'll be blown away if no one gets this, because it actually appears that they picked it up by the hood with a forklift. At least that's what I can figure. I can't quite tell exactly how that happened, but it looks quite like a forklift fork went in here. Doing a little bit of forensics. You can see perfect straight mark in there. It's a real shame because the sheet metal was perfect. So now I got to deal with that. And then, not to mention, they popped all of the bolts on the rollover protection. Check this out. Isn't that neat? The roof got bent. Was trying to avoid that from happening, but as you could tell, not much I could do there. And as we come around the back, actually didn't damage too much on the back other than there's a small casting on the brake housing there that's damaged, but nothing that can't be fixed or replaced. And they've already agreed to pay all the fees to fix it, or all the parts to fix it. So now we got to make it nice. Now here's the part on the rollover protection that I believe is an issue. But if I'm just going to fix it up for show use, it might suffice. I have repaired them before. I am a certified welder by trade. So I've seen worse and I've done worse or better with less. So I think we can fix it. You can see everything else is actually quite original. The seat's actually in really good shape. And fortunately, it didn't get damaged. Although the fenders did. The fenders took a pretty good donger. This one's not so bad. The other one's bent in. But you can see, well, paint scuffed. Big deal. We'll fix that. But on the other fender, this piece, yeah, we'll walk over there and take a look, is a little bit beyond repair. Overall, could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better. It was definitely not a perfect situation. And it was definitely not what I had originally envisioned. And, oh, the hood ornament. Oh well, not too worried about that. But you can see right here, that's all bent in. So my body guy's gonna be busy, but I think I'm gonna have to help him with this one because this is some pretty thick and big stuff. So that's it in a nutshell about all the damage. So it's a Carnage report, essentially. In the last video, everybody was commenting on the fact that, oh, it's got a real good knock in the bottom end. Well, to give you a little bit of background, it does sound like it has a knock in the audio of the video. In person, I assure you it is not a knock, but it's actually a missing element in the air cleaner that's right here. And that's what it sounds like when it's wide open to the intake manifold. So if it had a real bad knock, trust me, I would not have kept running it. That's not my style. But and we did have oil pressure, so I did confirm that we had good oil pressure and all that. So not to say that she's not a little hurt for sure. And we're gonna end up doing a head gasket on it, I'm sure, because now I got to flush out the crankcase and I got to pull the pan off of it to flush it out and fix the hull. So I guess I'm gonna check the bearings while I'm there anyway. So that's gonna be in our next clip. But anyway, this is the after action Carnage report. Yep, brought to you in part by yours truly. All right, folks. You like old tractors, you like rusty iron, and you like seeing me get in a lot of trouble? Give us a like, a subscribe, and share the ever-living daylights out of it. Thank you, folks, and y'all have a good Friday.